An entrance, whether literal or metaphysical, cannot be undone.
Have you ever felt like your life was being decided for you? That you were being held to standards you don't think you could ever reach? Have you wanted to do something unexpected? Do something that you wanted to do? Well, do I have an experience for you? Join me as we take a dive off an eclipsing star.
We, mankind, are just 62 miles away from the infinite. On the far side of a thin film of atmosphere lies a tundra beyond the limits of human comprehension. The universe, in all its grandeur, its wonder and desolation, waits mere miles away. The stairway to the great cosmic symphony is at our feet.
Whoa.
The Artful Escape is a musical experience, as extraordinary as it is cosmic. Released on September 9th in 2021, it is currently available on Xbox consoles as well as PC. The first experience by developer Beethoven and Dinosaur, and one of many published by Annapurna Interactive. This is a step into the mind of Australian musical artist Johnny Galvatron, former lead singer and guitarist of the Galvatrons.
You look like him, you know. Your uncle.
You experience the story of Francis Vendetti, nephew to the deceased legendary folk guitarist Johnson Vendetti of Calypso, Colorado. Most people of Calypso see Francis as Johnson reborn, back to continue serenading the people of Calypso with his music. While Francis feels trapped within his uncle's shadow, as he tries his best to live up to the expectations people have set up for him, but his soul has no room for the mundane and earthly shackles of folk.
I love this place, but it's killing me.
The adventure starts with Francis trying to prepare for his first gig, playing his uncle's songs for an anniversary of his uncle's album. Try as he might, this is not for him, and we see into his heart. Francis wants to play his guitar at the edge of the universe, skimming across the minds of the galaxy. But the weight of expectation rests heavily on his shoulders, unable to escape from it, even in his own home.
My place. Childhood home of Johnson Vendetti. It's a shrine. And a tomb.
To remedy his problem, he plans to leave behind the name Vendetti and come into his own.
I've decided to create the most elaborate stage persona the world has ever seen.
Okay. Will you be down for dinner? We're having enchiladas.
The boy you loved may already be gone.
Later that night, Francis is called upon a mysterious entity. And that is where I shall leave it story-wise.
You dress like a drifter, but you sound like a space opera.
As you go through this experience, the guitar riffs will fill you with this unbridled energy as you tear across the galaxy. It's absolutely breathtaking, with its unique art style, blending both 2D and 3D, with its beautiful psychedelic colors and landscapes. Every level feels as though it could function as an album cover. Each stage is filled with unique cosmic beings that I wouldn't even know where to begin describing. The strong vocal performance from the cast was amazing. Each character I met felt like they could be believable. While it has some platforming elements, it's no Super Mario, but that's okay, as you get lost shredding through every stage with its majestic energy, taking in everything from the game's soundtrack, and its intense visuals. Once you reach the end of a stage, you're presented with a sort of mini-game, but it's something to look forward to, as they are an amazing mini-concert with some of the best music I've heard in quite some time, with an impressive laser light show to boot. The Artful Escape is something quite unique. I've said that it's available on PC and Xbox consoles, but I have not once referred to it as a game, because I don't believe that's what it is. Before writing this, I decided to take a look around and see reviews on it. I saw one from Forbes describing the gameplay as taking inspiration from titles such as Outer Worlds, No Man's Sky, Rock Band, Skyrim, and Limbo. While I can understand where the author is coming from in their intentions, I have to say that they've missed the mark. They say it draws from Outer Worlds and No Man's Sky simply due to the interesting locations that you travel, but that's not doing it enough justice. These worlds are nothing like the procedural-generated world of No Man's Sky. They're instead these grand stages where one is mesmerized by the lights and the sights. While there is a choice-given dialogue system, it's not utilized in the same way that Obsidian uses it to further the RPG mechanics in Outer Worlds. The choices in this are more reflective of Francis' thoughts on his entire adventure as he's going through it. While perusing Reddit for more about the Artful Escape, I found a post by a user by the name of Kenshin Mo, lambasting the gameplay about not reaching its potential, calling the music stale and boring as you go through, since you, the player, cannot control the sounds of the guitar, other than by holding a single button to shred. They wanted to have full control over a large aspect of the game. They wanted to have an intensely focused musical rhythm game where you, the player, are the artist, with control of chorus, reverb, and all types of adjustments. And I can't say I agree with that. Because if it were like that, I feel as though it'd be about as fun as eating a wet paper bag. The complex nature of such mechanics would alienate a large part of potential audience members.
When you're shredding that sci-fi guitar nonsense, who are you?
The user brings up a game by the name of Fract at the near end of the post, saying that if you're looking for a game with music and puzzles, play that. And I wholeheartedly agree. The Artful Escape is an experience. It's not a game with intense sequences and mechanics. It's a vessel for a story to be told. If it was a movie, you could simply get distracted by it and wander away, but by forcing the player to answer questions that they move along through dialogue by pressing a button, or move across the screen shredding the guitar as Francis, it forces you to sit and listen to the story that unfolds and give it your attention. Had there been complicated gameplay or rhythmic sequences, like that of Guitar Hero, there would have been many that missed the story that unfolded as gameplay took center stage. For the first interactive experience created by the studio, I'm glad it was something made with intense passion.
An artist's job is not to give people what they want, it's to give people something they could never have imagined.
Sitting around 4 hours long and only costing $20 USD, I'd say give it a go, as it's available on Xbox consoles as well as PC. And if you have Game Pass, you can install it now. And for those not in the Xbox ecosystem, it was released for PlayStation 4 and 5 as well as Nintendo Switch on January 25th. I definitely recommend going through this at least once. Grab yourself some nice headphones or use a good sound system and crank it to the max. The Artful Escape is chaotic, colorful, and absolutely made with passion. I cannot wait for more from this developer. Cheers, Beethoven and Dinosaur. You deserve all the praise you get, and then some.